Hi, I'm Eli Journet, EP showrunner of Dead City, and this is Episode 3, People Are a Resource. So Episode 3 has this flashback storyline about Ginny and Negan, and we learn how they formed their bond.
You lost your dino.
God damn it.
I think there's something in Negan that wants to be there for people, that can be there for people.
Can you do that? That was amazing.
The flashback is there to help tell that story too, about how Ginny makes her way to the city. Well, she did it because she's got Negan in her head. And so in that way, we start to understand that it isn't just that he helped her find a dinosaur doll. You know, he helped her figure out how to live. So in Episode 3, we have yet another scene of Negan killing somebody.
But all you need to know is that we are on the same side and this plan is gonna work.
The two of you are leaving here tonight.
There's a lot of implications there that Luther intends to do to Negan what Negan ends up doing to him. Everything that Luther's doing is coming from a place of love for his people, and I think there's something in Negan that even knows that.
Okay.
We see that moment when Negan holds down Luther's head, and there's a look in his face like there's something in him that kind of gets unleashed a little bit there, and he knows it and maybe fears it, and it's just a small little moment, but he looks down at his hand and it's this wound that got opened up. It's like these sort of monstrous forces in him that seem to come out whether he likes it or not. The Croat and the Barazzi are holed up in this big arena. That was really fun to build. The production designer, Scott Murphy, just did an incredible job. There are these suites all around, and those were our offices. So I'd be sitting there doing rewrites, and I'd hear crazy stuff happening down below, screaming and walkers and groans and whatnot.
There we are. Not bad for a jail, no?
The Croat never does anything just to do it, just to be nice. There's always strategy there. And in this case, he's trying to say to Armstrong, if you give me what I want, you can become a part of this. But I think Armstrong knows on some level that's a dangerous game to be playing. And so he withholds the information, and of course that leads to a lot of trouble for him. Methane, you know, if you breathe in it can really just kind of slow everything down and mess you up. There's this key moment. Armstrong realizes he can get the key out of his stomach. And that's when I think we start to realize this is a weird kind of test or a challenge to see what Armstrong's made of. And then there's this second key moment, which is when Armstrong reaches to get his boot. And that's what it was all about. The Crow has put him in this situation where his life is on the line and something slips out. The thing that's going to crack him and break him. Through the tribe's people and their experiences, their ways of grieving, it's going to start to kind of crack Maggie and Negan open a bit.
There weren't a lot of people that meant anything to me in this world, but there were enough. And whatever's left of all of them is inside this box.
And Negan, too, is going to have to open up and be vulnerable about his pushing his family away to save them the trouble.
After that, we were on the run, and it was very hard for Annie. So I put him on a wagon train to Missouri, and I said I'd be right behind him. I stayed.
And when they start to do that, the funny thing that starts to happen is they start to connect. You know, maybe on some level they're both starting to understand that the only way out of this is through each other.
I don't know, Maggie. I mean, what else do we have?